This conference will
Okay.
now be recorded.
So in the previous session, we are discussing about Salesforce, right? Salesforce.com. So Salesforce.com. So we created an account. Let me log in into Salesforce account. This is my Salesforce account, right? So this is my Salesforce account. We are in accounts object, right? Yesterday we created one account object. This is the morning, right? And this is the ID for this particular record. And these are all the details which we entered, right? These are all the fields which we entered. Now, so as an integration developer, okay, as a Boomi developer, we need to import this data into Boomi, right? So our task is, what is our task here? What is So we need to read the data or import the data or records from Salesforce and convert the data and add the data, like filter the data and insert into and insert into database, right? This is our small task, right? This is a small task which we want to perform. So what we did, we enter into Salesforce and we created an account object, right? We entered We created an account object. So now we will try to connect with this Salesforce, right? We'll try to connect with the Salesforce. So to connect with the Salesforce, which connection we need to use, which connection we need to use, which connector we need to use?
Salesforce connector.
Salesforce.
Salesforce. Very good. So if you see here, yesterday we started the process sync data from SFDC to database, right? So let me type Salesforce here, SFDC. So you can see here we have different types of Salesforce connectors. We have Salesforce, Salesforce Analytic, Apex, Platform Event, right? So the first one, which is offered by CRM, CRM offering. This is a which is no CRM offering. So now we'll connect with the Salesforce. Now yesterday we created one Salesforce, right? This is a Salesforce connection, right? This is a Salesforce connection. And this, whenever you are connecting with the Salesforce, what are the details we need to provide? URL, which environment you are connecting with, whether you are connecting with production environment or sandbox environment. So now login.salesforce.com is belongs to which environment?
Development production.
It's a production environment. Very good.
Production.
So if I want to connect with the sandbox environment, what is the URL?
Test dot login Salesforce.
No, test.salesforce.com. Okay, it's test dot. Again, here no login will not come. Test.salesforce.com for sandbox, and for production login.salesforce.com. Okay, so now here we have a username and password. So whenever you are creating a password, what we need to do? What we need to do? Yesterday I told you
Password
that.
plus security token.
Yes. So concatenate concatenate the password with password with security token, right? This security token, from where we can get? Settings.
From Salesforce settings.
Yes, settings. So quick find,
User.
quick find, and then reset token, right? If you refresh token, it will send to email. Okay, whatever the email you are registered with that particular account, it will send it into your username or email. So now we'll go to the Salesforce. Okay, we'll go to Salesforce account. Now this is my Salesforce, right? So this is my Salesforce. Now click on this profile. Okay, if you click on profile, now you can see the settings. Click on settings. Now you can see here quick find, right? Here we have a quick find, right? Quick find. Here you can reset. Click, type reset. Here you can see reset my security token. Reset my security token. If you click on reset my security token, okay, here if you click on this reset security token, it will send to your mail id. Okay, the token will reach to your mail id. So already I resetted my token, so I will show you that. Okay, this is my token. Okay, this is my token. Okay, if you want to reset again, I will reset. Okay, let me reset it. Now you can see here, we sent a new security token to your email address for your account. That is, this is the account. Okay, so now I will log in into my account, email account. Let me log in. Yeah, so let me refresh it. So it is very very important whenever you are creating a Salesforce account. While creating the account, you need to go with the developer portal, and if whenever you are connecting with the Boomi, you need to give the security token. Okay, that security token will get from the Salesforce account itself. Okay, let me give. Okay, where it is, security today. Yes, here you can see here security token, your new security token. Okay, let me. So you can see here username. This is a username and security token. It is a case sensitive. It is a case sensitive. Let me copy this security token. Okay. Now here this is my security token, right? Okay. Let me paste it here. Now let me log in into Boomi again here. So I need to give first my password. Okay. So my password plus security token. Control V. Now apply. See here what I did. So this is my security token, right? Before that, I'm giving my password. So let's say my password is some. This is my password. Some say this is my password. I'm giving this my password. So plus means don't put symbol like plus. Okay, don't put symbol like plus. If I say you need to give the security token plus password, means some of the previous batch candidates, they are putting like symbol like a plus, and they are saying it is not working. Okay, don't do such silly mistake. No, just we need to enter your password, then security token. That's it. Okay, so now I entered password and security token. Now save. Now saved. Now Salesforce connection is saved successfully. Save and close. So now here, now we establish the connectivity. We establish the connectivity. So now action is get or send.
Get.
Action is get or send.
Get. Get.
Get.
Get.
Get. We are trying to query the data, right? We are trying to
Yes.
query the data from the Salesforce. We are getting the data from the Salesforce. Okay. Now click on operation. Okay, Salesforce operation. Okay, let's give uh, get accounts data or accounts data. I can say accounts data. Now save it. So now you can see here. So, and keep it in mind, whenever if you are working with any SaaS application systems, let's say if you are working with a Salesforce, NetSuite, or any other SaaS application systems, the data we need to import. Okay, the records we need to import into our Boomi. Okay, how we can import? Now you can see here, click import operation to add or update the detailed below. Now you can see here we have options: advanced, archive, tracking, caching. Okay, we will discuss about these things later, but focus on the options. Now you can see here connector action is get, and object still we haven't selected any object. Action, now response profile. So now we'll import the operation. Now we'll import the operation. Click on import. Now you can see here, whenever we are importing the operation, it is asking the connection. Okay, it is asking the connection. Okay, now we need to connect. Okay, so click on next. Now you can see login into Salesforce. Okay, now you can see it is login into Salesforce. Now here you can see the object type. If you click on the drop down, these are all the standard objects or custom objects available in the this object type. Okay, now which type of object we need to select? What are the object which we created?
Account. Account.
Account.
Account.
Account, very good. Now you can see here we have a action, right? Okay, now you can see we can see only the query action. We can see the query action because we are querying the data, we are getting the data. Okay, we are querying the data or we are getting the data. So now here this one, if you want to skip any parent child relationship, if you want to check or don't want to get a parent child relationship, you can uncheck. So basically we will not consider this one. So simple. So we selected object. Now click on next. Now you can see here building object tree, which means what are the fields, what are the data is there, all it is taking as a tree, it is building. Okay, okay. So now see here, now see here, account object account. Now under object account, just give me a second guys. Hello. Okay, so now sorry, so here you can see here Salesforce import, right? Here you can see the account which we imported, right? Here these are all the fields. Okay, so if you remember yesterday we I explained you about the child and the parent relationship, no, which is no pick list is there, or no uh, master mastered card is there. So the master data is there. So these all will give you the relation between the child and parent object. So generally if you want to select any from the child object, you can select these things, or else if you want to select anything from the parent, you can select. But I will not select anything directly, I will import the data. Okay, click on next. Now finish. See here, operation loaded, object type is account, and object action is query. We are querying the data, and response profile. It is very, very important. So whenever, very, very important note. Okay, whenever, okay, the Salesforce, see, whenever you are importing the data from the Salesforce, the data or the records, the data will come in the form of XML profile. Okay, XML profile type. Okay, it is very, very important. So whenever you are importing the data, or whenever you are no, request, see here we are, this is a response profile. Why? Okay, request profile or response profiles, these profiles will come with the no form of XML. Okay, now you can see SF Salesforce account, account object and query, what is the action we are doing, and whether we are getting the response or we are getting the request. We, okay, depending on that we will get this type. Okay, the response profile type. Okay, now you can see Salesforce account type, object is account, and action is a query, and this is the response profile. So the response profile or request profile will comes with the form of XML. Okay, now you can see, here.
Pawan, Salesforce, is it support for only XML, any other data type?
Yes. So the native okay, very good question. So Salesforce will support XML as well as the JSON format also. But when the JSON format will supports, okay, whenever you are connecting with the HTTP connector, okay. So now let's say if you are connecting with this Salesforce, okay, Salesforce native connector, right? Let me save and close. I will explain you again. Okay, this thing. Say okay. For example, if you are connecting with here, okay, now let's say no data type, right? You are connecting with here connector type, and you are connecting with some Salesforce HTTP client connector. Okay, HTTP client connector you are using. Okay, now here whenever you want to connect with the Salesforce, so by using HTTP client connector you can connect with any application system. Just we need to provide the URL, username, password. Okay, it is a like custom connector, like what here you can see here. You can specify the URL. Okay, you can specify the URL. So now you can give the basic authentication type, and you can connect with. If you want to connect with the Salesforce, you can give the Salesforce type URL. You want to connect with any other application systems, you can give that URLs, and you can connect. So while connecting with this application, so this HTTP client connector will support two types of data. Like one is XML format of data, another is JSON format of data. So the Salesforce will support both. But basically whenever you are connecting with this uh, the native connector, whenever you are connecting with this whenever you are using this native no, legacy connector, then we can get the data in the form of XML. Okay, but basically the Salesforce will support both XML and JSON formats of data. But 99% of will developers will use this legacy connector. Okay, the native legacy connector, which is supported by XML format of data. Okay, so now we'll created an operation. Click on operation. So we imported the data. Okay, now see here, action is get and object is account, action is query. Now here you can see response profile. Now you can see here response profile. So as of account, query, response profile, this is a profile. If I click on this profile, now you can see these are all the fields available in that particular profile. Now you can see here also XML profile, XML profile, which means the Salesforce will support the XML profile. Okay, the Salesforce will support the XML profile. So now here this is a account is a object. Under that we have ID, is deleted, master, record ID, name, type, parent ID, billing street. These are all the fields we have. Okay, now save and close, right? So now you can see here, so SOQL. Okay, query limit and bulk API we'll discuss later. So okay, so query limit means I will explain you tomorrow or else later. Now we first focus on the these things. Okay, now you can see here, we imported account object, right? We imported an account object. Okay, in that account object these are all the fields available, right? Fields you can see here, object is accounts, and fields account, under account these are all the fields. ID is deleted, these are all the fields available. So now whenever you want to import only specific fields, like don't want to no, I don't want to pull all the fields, I want only specific fields like ID or else is deleted. Let's say name, type, parent ID. Okay, let's say I want only some specific fields, building address, like these are all the fields I want. Okay, shipping street, these fields I want. Okay, so in this situation you can select a specific ones. Okay, now shipping state I want, or else a phone number I want, and what else I want. Okay, these are all the fields I want. Okay, so now you can see here, so SOQL, show, so SOQL. You can see here, Okay, id is deleted, name, type, billing city, billing state, these are all the fields available. Okay, select id from the C. We selected from this. Okay, this is a query. Okay, this is a query. So now let's say if I save it, now you can see here. So only fields, which what are the fields I selected, only those fields are coming, right? Clear? Okay, what I will do, I will again recreate for your understanding purpose. Okay, again I will recreate the operation. What I will, so this is the operation. Let's click on operation, right? So this is a operation. Let me create a new operation. Okay, query account data. Okay, save it. Now here import operation. Import. Now select the connection, right? Select the connection. Just click on next. Click on next, right? Now what is the object? What is the object?
Account.
Account.
Account. Very good. Action query. Now click
Query.
on next. Click on next. See here it is building object tree, which means what are the objects fields are there, it is importing all the object fields, it is no, importing all the data. Okay, now he can see here we have a child and a parent. So I'm not selecting anything, simply I'm selecting next. Okay, now you can see here account query Salesforce account query response. Now click on finish. Okay, so now this is a fields. Okay, and you can see say SQL. Okay, is id, master record id, name, these are all the fields from the which account, which subject, sorry, which object, from the account object. These are
Okay.
all the fields available. So but I don't want to pull all this. I don't want to pull all these objects, I mean all these fields from this object. Just I want to go a specific fields. Let's say these are all the fields. Now you can see here account, under account we have child and parent objects. I mean this is account object, under this these are all two objects we have. Okay, now select this, uncheck this, all these things. Now you can see here. Okay, let's say select id. I want id, I want a name, I want type, parent id, and billing city, billing street, and billing, these are all the fields I want. Shipping. Okay, okay, billing street, phone number I want, account number I want, and what else I want. That's it. For time being I want those fields only. If I show SQL means it is a Salesforce object query language query. Now you can see we selected id, name, type, parent id, billing street, these are all the details selected from the account. Okay, now say okay. Now save and
If
close.
you select account means it will come for all the field. If specific field we can select means it will show that
Yes, yes,
specific.
if you select this, see, if you select
Okay.
this, all the fields are selected. Okay, all the fields
Okay.
are selected. If you want to uncheck,
Yes.
like if you want only specific fields like id is deleted, type, name, specific fields you want, then you can select those fields only from under the field section. Okay, but you can see the response profile should have all the fields. Okay, it should not like only specific with what are the fields we selected. It's not like that. The profile will contain all the fields, but whenever you are selecting this, no, importing the data, whenever you are importing the data, you want to import only specific fields out of that, all the fields, you can select those fields only from the under the field section. Okay, so now
Got it.
let's say now we imported the operation. So now we will do a test. Okay, we'll do a test whether we are getting all the data or not. Okay, let me add a stop shape over here and a stop shape. Okay, so now save, test the process. So now tell me, now tell me. So now again, again, focus here. Now again, focus here. So this is a cloud application, right? So now this is a cloud application. So this is a cloud application. So now if you want to connect with this cloud application and you want to execute your process, you want to run your process. So now we need to select a cloud application, cloud atom or local atom. So if you remember when I am discussing about the atoms, I told you that atom is classified into two types. One is a cloud and another is a local. Local is nothing but a on-premise application, on-premise cloud, on-premise atom, right? So now the Salesforce is a cloud application system, right? Cloud application system. Now if you want to connect with the cloud application system, we need to use a cloud or local. Which one we need to use?
Local.
Cloud.
Why local? It is a cloud
No, we are
application, right?
yes, but we are saving the data in our DB only, na.
Mm, where here we are not
No, no.
connecting to any DB, right? Okay, leave about the DB and all. Okay,
Okay,
just
okay.
I'm talking about this Salesforce only. Okay, I'm just talking about this Salesforce only.
Okay.
So now tell me which atom we need to use, which runtime engine we need to use, whether we need to use a cloud or
Cloud.
we need to use local.
Cloud.
For I think local.
Why local? Why
For
cloud? Why not cloud?
we are running that local atom only now for run.
So, for example, let's say if you are working for any XYZ company, okay, XYZ company, now you are working from your local machine, okay, they given a laptop to work with you, right? They given one laptop to you, and the atom is installed somewhere, right? Somewhere, but you are accessing that atom with these local atoms, right? Local applications from your local laptop, you are able to access this Salesforce and all, right? How it is possible? Yes, you're getting my point.
We need to use the cloud atom.
Both we can use. So whenever you are, if you remember when I'm talking about the runtime engines, local atom and the cloud atoms, so the local atom will able to get the data from the on-premise applications as well as the cloud applications. It have a capability to connect with on-premise applications as well as the cloud applications. So here we can connect with the local as well as the cloud also. So specifically when we go with the local means, so particular system is installed in your local machinery. Okay, for example, you are talking with a database. Okay, the database installed in our local machine and we are connecting with that database, right? So now at the time we need to connect with the local. So if you are connecting with the disk, that disk is getting the data from our local directories. So that time we need to go with a on premise
Local atom. Yeah.
local atom only. Okay, specifically we need to go with a local atom only. So whenever you are talking with the cloud applications, whenever you are working with the cloud application, whether you go with the cloud atom or else local atom also. Okay, so now we'll go with the
Cloud atom.
test. No, it's our wish. Okay, so I will go with the local atom only. Okay, so test. You are getting my point?
Yes, Pawan.
Yes, Pawan.
Okay, good. So now it is getting
For
executed.
local atom, it will getting the data from cloud app also, cloud application as well as local applications.
Yes,
But
now
we
you
are
can see
going to
here.
save. Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead.
We are going to save our data in cloud. Then we can go for cloud. Am I right?
Yes, so see, if you are connecting with any cloud applications, okay, you can either use a local atom or you can use a cloud atom. But whenever you are using on-premise applications, let's say if you are using disk, okay, or else if you are using database which is installed in your local machinery, okay, that time only you need to go with a cloud, sorry, on-premise, which is nothing but a local atoms. Okay, so now you can come to the again, now come to the Salesforce now here. So now you can see it is executed successfully, everything is, is executed smoothly, everything is, we can see green color. Okay, now click on the Salesforce. Here we are connecting with, start with the node data type. This node data type is creating an empty document. This empty document will come to here. The try catch shape, will not create anything, or it will not alter anything, simply it will move. Okay, so in the try path you can see the try path, the shape source data is an empty document. Now you can see here connection data. Now you can see here connection data. Okay, connection data. Now you can see these are all the objects. Okay, these are all the account object. Okay, you can see logs. Okay, this is a connector. Okay, now here the connection, Salesforce connection, right, query account data, right, message is executing the connector shape. Okay, now if I click on the connection data, now you can see these are all the accounts. Okay, these are all the account objects. Okay, these are all the account, in the account object these are all the records are there. In the account object these are all the records are there. Okay, so now if I click on this is a Soumya and this is a account ID, right? Okay, these are all the account. In the account object these are all the records are there. Okay, if I click on the stop shape, so these are all the objects we available. So now clear till here? Anyone have any questions? So these are all the records already created in the Salesforce. All the records are coming into Boomi. Clear? So now this is a, okay, batch, 8th batch, it is a 7th batch. Okay, now if I come to this is a batch 5. Okay, likewise all the records are there, but I want to pull only a specific record. Okay, I want to pull only a specific record. Okay, out of this I want to pull only a specific record. How can I pull a specific record? Now you can see here. So here this is name, ID, type, parent ID, building street, building city, all the fields are coming, right? Yes, but so now out of this, so I don't want to pull all these records. Okay, I don't want to pull all these records from the Salesforce. So I want to pull only a record which we created. Okay, this is a record which we created, right? Let me come to accounts. Okay, this is a morning batch. Okay, morning batch 8. Okay, I want to pull only this specific record. How we can pull? How we can pull only this specific record?
Decision,
Yes.
Decision,
Okay.
decision.
Now come.
decision tree.
No, no.
We
So
take
see,
that
I'm telling
record
that
ID.
from, okay, while,
We
yes,
can
okay.
specify that
So
record
I'm telling
ID.
that, yes. So here, so now you can see here, whenever I'm querying the data, when I'm trying to pull the data from the Salesforce, okay, Salesforce. So the account object, from the account objects, these are all the records available in the account object. These are all the records available, but I want to pull only a specific record. So how we can pull a specific record? Okay, okay, now come to the operations. Okay, now you can see these are all the fields. Now you can see here we have a filter. If we had any filter, if you add any filter, oh, then okay, if you add any filter, then we can pull a specific record, right? Okay, out of let's say in the accounts object there are 100 records are there. Out of 100 records I want to pull any a specific record or a specific records. Then if you add a specific condition or any specific filter, then we can pull only those records, right? You are getting my point? You are
Yes,
getting
yes,
my point?
Pawan, we
Let's
got
say
it. We can
in our
in the
class,
filter we
see,
can.
yeah, in our, see now in our session these okay around 17 members are there. Okay, out of the 17 members I want to pull only a Pranit, or I want to pull only a Meghana. So I want to, if I call as no with the name, okay, in this group if I call with the name, let's say Praveen come out, Meghana come out. If I say, I mean giving some condition or giving some specific filter, then we can pull out, right? We can pull out only a specific record, right? Yes or no? Same
Pawan,
way,
yes, yes.
same way. If you add a filter or a condition, then we can pull the data a specific record, right? Out of that. Yes or no?
Yes, Pawan.
So
Yes,
now
yes, Pawan,
even
yes,
you
Pawan,
can see
yeah.
here, ID, name, type, parent ID, all the fields are coming from the account. If you add is equals to, account is equals to a specific where clause. If you remember, whenever you are writing some SQL query, what we will write in the SQL query, what we will write a select, okay, select, okay,
Start from
select some id, okay, select id comma name comma, okay, name is equals, right, from okay, from
Table.
account,
from
right?
table
Account,
account.
from account
Account.
is equals to, if I add is equals to some abc my specific, abc my specific record, okay, abc is my specific table. Okay, if I am adding a specific where clause or a condition, then okay, from out of, let's say in the table we have some 100 tables, okay, in the database, in the sql,
Pawan,
okay, in the
we can give that select ID equal to that ABC, like
even, yes,
this
we can
account
give
name,
select
the
id is
table name.
equals to, yes, I'm
Okay.
telling. Okay, I have a accounts object. In the account object I have a like abc, okay, 1 2 3 7 8 9, like that, some 10 records are there. Okay, out of 10 records I want to pull only a specific account abc record. Okay, then I can give account is equals to abc. Yes or no? I will tell you,
Account
I
is
will
table
show
name.
you.
Here.
Okay, not only table name, any unique identity you can give, any unique identity. Okay, for example, ID is a unique, then you can give that unique ID, or else a table name is a unique, that table name you can give. Any specific unique identity is there, that unique identity you can give. Okay, so now here we have a fields, right? We have a fields. Okay, now you can see here we have a filters, right? We have a filter. If you add a filters, now you can specific record we can pull, right? So now click on filters. Here you have a logical, right? Logical add. Click on this drop down. Okay, click on this drop down. You have a add logical subgroup, or you have a expression. Add a expression. If you are adding some expression, right? If add, click on add expression, right? Here click on this expression. Now you can see here filter name. I want to give some name, okay, name, and choose, okay, choose. So now you can see here we have a id is id name. Click on name. So I know the account, this account name. Okay, I know the account name. I've been giving this account name as a filter. Then I can fill. Now you can see here show sql. Now you can see id name, select, okay, select id all the fields from account where name is equals to question mark. Now we can pass this as a parameter. This question mark is a dynamic, anything we can pass, right? Any parameter we can pass, any account name we can pass, right? So this is how we can add the expressions. How we can add? Click on filters, click on add logics, here drop down, click on add expression, click on the expression. Here you can give anything and select that particular field. Okay, what is your unique identity? You can feel no unique key. Okay, unique key, you can select that okay, primary key as an identifier. Okay, let me delete this. Clear? Clear?
Yes, Pawan.
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Now you can see here, name is equals to, okay, name. I will let me so that you can is it visible the screen? No, is it fine?
Yes, visible on.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, now you can see here, filter name. I given a name. Okay, it is a name, whatever name you want to give, name or id, whatever. So I am giving a name. So now you can see here, you can select, okay, out of this is a, okay, this is a profile, this is a response profile. Okay, this is folder, okay, field, this is a field we can select from this response profile. This is a profile. Okay, now select name, say okay. Now equals to, not equals to, compare type, okay, operator you can select anything. Okay, I am selecting equals to, save. Okay, save and close. Okay, now test the process. Now test the process. So now tell me how many records it is going to be full, or else it will throws an error, or else it will throws an error.
It will get all. Will get the all the records, Pawan.
No. Now you can
We
Because
see
you
can
here,
haven't
get
specified
only
control
We
is
records.
get,
haven't given the
specific name
name.
of the
control is
account.
coming to catch path, which means
Mm.
we are getting an error. What is the error? What is the error? Anyone noticed
Name,
anything?
name.
Yes, we are
Yes.
We
not
haven't provided
specifying
the
the
Parameter.
identify name for the
Very
account
good.
where
name
we
Very good.
only, but value we have to give another
Very good.
value.
Name.
Very good. So now you can see here, so we added that logic. I mean, here in the operations we added the filter, right? We added the filter. Okay, now we want to pull the record depending on the name, but have we specified a specific value for the name? Any value we have given? We
No, no,
passed
no,
any
no,
value?
no,
No, right?
no,
So
no.
now we need to pass that value, where now you can see here parameters. Okay, parameters 0 of 1. Okay, we have to set this parameter. Click on this. Okay, here click on this parameter. From here you can select this parameters, or else directly you can click on this from here also. Okay, I will click on the, here you can see general and parameter session. Click on parameter session. Okay, now you can see here no parameter has been set. Would you like to import all? One parameter we are passing. Okay, or else from you can click on here, or else you can click on plus button. Let me click on plus. Okay, you can see input. What is the input we have given? Name,
Name,
right? You can see
name. Yes.
automatically the name field is coming. Okay, say okay. Now, okay, what is the type? Okay, parameter value type. Okay, from where it is coming you can select. Okay, for time being I'm going with a static, because I know the account name, that account name. Okay, so morning batch 8, this is my account name. Let's say okay. Now you can see here, name, value is morning batch 8. Okay, clear? Now say okay. Now you can see here parameters 1 of 1 is set it. Clear?
Clear,
Clear?
clear.
Anyone wants
Yes,
have
yes.
any doubts, or anyone have any questions? Is it
Pawan,
clear? Yes.
last session we have seen so many object same name like that in Salesforce. So you are passing that batch 8. Suppose one more batch 8 is there means
Yes. So like that. Okay. For example,
instead of
let's say.
okay,
Okay. For
that
example,
ID we
you
are
have a
getting.
same.
Uh,
Yes. Batch. You are saying batch 8. Likewise, some let's say 10 records are there. Okay. 10 records are there. So now each record have a unique ID, right? Each record,
mm,
if you remember,
mm,
whenever you are
mm,
creating okay record, that each record will create with a unique id called a record id or Salesforce record or internal id, right?
mm,
Unique
mm.
id will be there. Okay, depending on this unique id, this batch, okay, this records are is going to be separated. Okay, So even if you have 100 records with the same name, the ID is going to be differ. The ID is going to be differ for each and every record. Okay. At that time, you can add a filter here, instead of a name, you can add a
We
ID.
can ID. Correct, correct. I got it. Yes. Yeah.
Now
That is
clear?
easy. Mm.
Now let me test it out. Okay. Now come to the Salesforce connection. Okay, logs, say shape source data. Okay, come to the logs. Come to the logs. Now you can see Salesforce connection operation executing the connector shape, getting parameter per position one. Value is parameter values morning batch 8. Okay, getting the parameter position one. Okay, parameter value is equals to morning batch 8. Okay, so now click on the connection data. Click on the connection data. Now you can see the data. Okay, name morning batch 8, right? Morning batch 8, we given all the details, right? These are all the details we have given. Okay, now you can see this is a unique ID. This is a unique ID. Clear? Is it clear? Anyone have any questions or any
Yes,
doubts
yes.
till here?
Instead of that name, we can pass that ID that it will come.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, for
Yes.
example, instead of what I will do, okay, what I will do, I will pass instead of name. Okay, what I will go here, I will add a name. Instead of name, I can give
ID.
some
ID.
created date. Okay, for example, you
Okay.
want to pull uh, from last 1 week or last 10 days records you want to pull. Okay, then you can give created date, last created date, last. Okay, last created date, like that. Okay, now I want to give a last created date. So here I can go and let me check any last created date or last modified date, anything is there. uh, Shipping at a phone account. uh, Now you can see here created date is there and last modified by. Okay, now I will go with the created date. Okay, created date equals to, okay, save and close, right? Say, now we come to the parameter. Now we need to change the parameter or not? Yes.
Yes,
Now
we have
what
to
I will
change
do,
the date.
now
Date we
I will
have to
select
give
the last
first.
created date. Okay, now this time I will go with the date and time. Okay, I will go with the date and time, and I will give some last run date or relative date. I will give some relative date. Okay, here last 1 day. Okay, you can see here minus. Okay, plus means tomorrow, minus means yesterday, right? So uh last 1 week. Okay, I will go with the last 1 week. Say, okay, in the last 1 week you can see here relative date, and this date also you can say, like, okay, basically the Salesforce will support this, I think so. I don't know which date format it is going to be support. Now we'll see. Okay, this is a date format, YYYMMDD, and relative date, relative current date to today to. Okay, current date today to last 1 week. Okay, you can see minus 1 week. Okay, in this 1 week, whatever the records are created in the this Salesforce, all the records is going to be pulled. Okay, now we'll do the test. Likewise, we can import the records. Not only Salesforce, if you are working with any SaaS application, again I'm repeating, please be conscious on this whenever you are working. Okay, now come here. Okay, I think the date format. Okay, the date format, it is not matching with that. uh, that's why. Okay, equals to, this is the date format, last date okay, that's why. Here there is no record. Let me change this parameter. Mm, I will go with this. Okay, okay, Now test it. Okay, or else, okay, or else if you have any doubts where we can check the date format or anything, if you have,
Yes.
from where we can check.
Workbench.
We have
Workbench.
a
In,
we have a workbench,
Workbench.
right? We have a workbench.
yes.
We can go to workbench and we can check that formats and queries and everything, right? So come here. Now I want to check the last created date. Okay, id is equals to, okay, let me query it again. Okay, this is a date format it is following. Okay, t and 00z. Okay, this same only, but why it is not coming, let me check. Okay, what is the error? I think it is not following that one, the date format. Now you can see here the date format is different. Okay, that's why you are getting an error. That's fine. Okay, I will go here last run date or last successful run date. I will go here and I will select this one. Now let me test it out. So whenever any, like, you have any questions or any doubts on the Salesforce or SQL, any, okay, you can go to workbench and you can check. Okay, here. So now I want to check the last created date. Okay, I'm selecting last created date and query. Now you can see last created date, you can see 25th. Okay, so now come to Bhumi. Again, there is no data is available, there is no records are coming. I think last successful run date is also not taking. Let me take current data. But it will not take. Okay, that's fine. Leave about that last success. But till here, anyone have any questions or any doubts? Yes.
Yeah, Pawan, in the parameter section, we have the input value, right?
Yes.
What is that? It is the field name for the Salesforce.
Yes, this is a field. So if you remember here, while in the operation in filters, we add a one logic, right? Add expression.
Yes.
If you click on
Yes.
add expression, if I add any expression, now I want to take no, depending on the name. Okay, equals to name. Say okay. So now save and close. Okay, now come to the parameter. If you click on parameter, okay, click on the parameter here, input session. Now you can see name. So the filter, what are the filter we are applying, that is input to the that particular object, particular
Okay.
operation. Okay,
Okay.
clear till here? Anyone have any questions or any doubts till here? Anyone not understood anything? Then tomorrow we will discuss how we can insert the data into database. Okay, how we can convert the data and how we can insert the data into database. Tomorrow we'll discuss. Till here, anyone have any question? It is very very important, guys. Okay, please be, do practice about the Salesforce. If you are doing practice with the Salesforce, 99% of real time work will going to be easy for you. And 60 to 70% of SaaS applications, again and again I'm telling, 60 to 70% of SaaS applications work will be, more or less similar. How we are working here, more or less similar. How we are importing the data, how we are adding the filters, how we are adding the logics and all, similar. Okay, clear?
Yes, Pawan.
Okay, perfect. If you don't have anything, we can wind up the session here and we can continue tomorrow. Okay then, thank you guys, thanks so much.